How do you do that? Anybody that is an immigrant or looks like an immigrant would have to have an ID, and then you can't discriminate, so everybody's going to have the ID. I think it's opening the door for the national ID, and we should be very, very careful about that. But one thing that we haven't talked about here is about the economics of illegal immigration. You can't solve this problem as long as you have the runaway welfare state and excessive spending and the wiping out of the middle class through inflation, because that's what directs the hostility, is people are hurting. And then when we have all these mandates on the hospitals and on our schools, and no wonder, the incentives are there. There's an incentive for a lot of our people not to work because they can get welfare. And then there's a lot of incentives because they know they're going to get amnesty. We gave it to the illegals in the 80s. And then we put mandates on the states to compel them to have medical care. And you say, well, that's compassionate. But what happens if the hospital closes and then the people here in this country don't get medical care? So you can't divorce it from the economics. You've got to get rid of the incentives, no amnesty, and no forced benefits, because obviously they'll bring their families. And it just won't work if you try to see this in a vacuum, and you have to deal with it as a whole, as an economic issue as well.